Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 19th of November, 1989. And the title is The Fortune of Body, Mind, Wealth, and People, Relationships. Today, the true Lord is seeing his princes and princesses. The Father is called the Truth. This is why the age that is established by Bap Dada is called Satyug, the age of truth. The Father's praise is the true Father, the true teacher, and the true Guru, Satguru. The praise of the truth has always been elevated. All of you are listening to the true story from the true Father in order to become true Narayan. The true Lord is looking at his children to see how many children have pleased the true Lord. The greatest specialty of the true Lord is that he is the bestower. Bestower of fortune, the bestower of blessings. The sign of children always remaining content is that the bestower is always pleased, and this is why such souls always experience themselves to be full of the treasures of knowledge, the treasures of powers, the treasures of virtues, and all treasures. They would never consider themselves to be empty of the treasures. They would never be deprived of any virtues, powers, or deep secrets of knowledge. They might have a percentage in terms of virtues and powers, but it would not be possible for such souls not to have any virtue or power. According to the time, some children say, I have all other powers, but I do not have this particular power or virtue. So the words don't have would be forbidden to them. Such children of the bestower would always be wealthy. That is, they would be full and overflowing. The other praise is of being of Bhagyavidata, the bestower of fortune. The sign of pleasing the bestower of fortune is that the star of fortune would always be sparkling on the forehead of the children who are master bestowers of fortune. This, a spiritual sparkle, would always be visible on their face and in their form. In their form, you would always see the features of someone who is constantly happy, and in their face, you would always experience a spiritual character. This is called the star of fortune sparkling on their face. They will experience their fortune in all four aspects: body, mind, wealth, and relationships. They would not lack attainment of fortune in any one aspect. It would not be that they say, I have the fortune of 3 things, but not of one. The fortune of the body, the karmic accounts of the body would never be experienced as an obstacle in their attainment or on the path of effort. Their body would never allow them to be deprived of doing service. Even at a time of suffering due to karma, such fortunate souls would become instruments in one form of service or another. They would move along with the suffering of their karma, chalayenge, but would never cry out, chalayenge, due to the suffering of their karma. To cry out means to speak of the suffering of karma again and again, or repeatedly draw your intellect and time to the suffering of karma. To make a huge expansion of a tiny thing is known as crying out, and to finish a big thing with the essence of knowledge is known as moving along. So, always remember this. For a yogi life, whether something is a little suffering of karma or even a big suffering, do not speak about it. Do not go into the expansion of the story of suffering of karma, because when you speak about it, your time and energy go to that, and you therefore become health conscious, not soul conscious. Health consciousness gradually makes you nervous of spiritual energy. Therefore, never speak about it too much. A yogi life means to transform the suffering of karma bhog, into yoga in action, karma yoga. These are the signs of fortune of the body, fortune of the mind. The mind would always remain cheerful because the sign of attainment of fortune is to remain cheerful. Those who are full are always smiling in their mind. Those who are fortunate with their mind would always have the stage of being ignorant of any desires. Because of having pleased the bestower of fortune, and because of experiencing themselves to be full of all attainments, their mind would not be attached or subservient to people or things. In essence, this is called manmanabhav. It would not take any effort to connect your mind to the Father. Instead, the mind would easily remain in the world of the Father's love. To experience belonging to the one Father and none other is said to be the fortune of the mind, fortune of wealth. You have the wealth of knowledge, but physical wealth is also important. To have the fortune of wealth does not mean that you will become one with hundreds of thousands or that you would become a millionaire in your Brahman life. However, the sign of having fortune of wealth is that in this confluence age, however much you Brahmin souls need in order to be able to eat, drink, and stay comfortably, you will receive that comfortably. And together with that, you also need money for service. At the time of service too, neither would you ever experience any lack, nor would you have to struggle at a time of need. No matter how or from where, at a time of service, the Father, the bestower of fortune, will definitely make someone or other an instrument. One who has the fortune of wealth would never do service with any desire of earning a name or receiving honor. If there is any desire for name or fame, then at such a time the bestower of fortune would not enable you to receive cooperation. There is the difference of day and night between a need and a desire. If there is a true need, your mind is also true, then in any service, the task will be successful, and the treasure box, Bhandara, will become overflowing, and there will be extra remaining. This is why it is sung, the treasure store, Bhandara, and the kitchen, Bhandari, of Shiva are always full. So the sign of those who have a true heart and of the true Lord being pleased is that the Bhandara and Bhandari will both be full. This is a sign of having the fortune of wealth. There is a lot of expansion, but Baba is only telling you the essence of it. Fourth, the fortune of people, relationships. People means the Brahman family and the Lokik family. Souls who come into Lokik relationships and alokik relationships. So the first sign of being fortunate with people and relationships is that souls who have this fortune will always continue to receive love and cooperation from people. They will definitely experience attaining something from at least 95% of souls. You were told earlier too that 5% of karmic accounts with souls are still to be settled. This is why you sometimes receive love from them and sometimes you have tests by them. However, it should not be more than 5%. With such souls, gradually continue to settle the accounts with good wishes and pure feelings. When the accounts are settled, the books will finish. Then no more karmic accounts will remain. So the sign of a fortunate soul is that he will easily continue to settle the karmic accounts that remain in terms of relationships and will constantly experience love and cooperation from 95% of souls. Souls who have the fortune of relationships will always remain happy when coming into connection and relationship with people. They will not have questions, but will remain happy-hearted. Why is this one doing this or saying this? This situation should not be like this. It should be like this. Those who have such questions arising in their heart are said to be those with questions in their heart. And those who have questions can never remain happy. They always have a queue of questions in their heart. This is why their time is spent in finishing that question. Why? Hindi for why equal Q. And these questions are such that even if you want to leave them, you cannot. And you have to give your time to them. This is because you are the creator of this queue. Since you have created the creation, you have to sustain it too. You cannot avoid giving that sustenance. No matter how much you avoid it, you are compelled to give it your time and energy. Therefore, control this creation of waste. Have this birth control. Do you understand? Do you have the courage for this? People say, this is a special gift from God. It is not my mistake. Similarly, Brahmin souls say, it is recorded in the drama. However, become a master creator and master knowledgeful about the drama and continue to make every action elevated. Acha? Did the teachers hear this? You heard the significance of how much the true Lord is pleased with you. Did you not? Did all the teachers become Rasyut? Those who understand all secrets by listening to these secrets? Or do you feel in your heart that you lack a particular type of fortune? You do not experience your life to be a life of struggle, sometimes in terms of wealth, or sometimes in terms of relationships. Do you? You were told that the one slogan is for the instrument teachers, but in fact, it is for everyone, in every situation, according to Srimad. Continue to say, Ji Hazur, Ji Hazur, yes, my Lord. When children say, Ji Hazur, to the Father says, Hazur Hajir, the Lord is present, and He becomes present. When the Lord is present, there is nothing lacking, and you become full for all time. The star of fortune of having attained both the bestower and the bestower of fortune will begin to sparkle on your forehead. According to the drama, your teachers have received a lot of fortune. Throughout the day, apart from the Father and service, what else do you have to do? This is your only business. Householders have to fulfill so many responsibilities, whereas you people have just one task to do. You are free birds in many situations. Do you understand your fortune? You don't create golden cages or diamond-studded cages, do you? You yourselves create them, and you yourselves become trapped in them. The Father made you a free bird, a flying bird. You are very, very, very lucky. Do you understand? Each one of you has definitely received the specialty of fortune. The specialty of householders is their own. The specialty of teachers is their own. And the specialty of those who run a Gita Pathshala is their own. All of you are special souls with your different specialties. However, the instrument teachers who live at the centers have a very good chance. Acha, to the experienced souls who always experience all types of fortune, to the elevated souls who have a right to the Father's help due to always saying Ji Hazur at every step, to the children who always remain happy instead of always asking questions, to such yogi souls who are worthy of praise, Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Bap Dada speaking to the Punjab, Haryana, and Himachal groups. Do all of you consider yourselves to be Mahavirs or Maharathis? You are Mahavirs, but are you always Mahavirs? Or are you sometimes a Mahavir and sometimes weak? Always to be a Mahavir means always to be a lighthouse and lighthouse. Knowledge is light and yoga is might. So a Mahavir means a Jnani and yogi soul. Knowledge and yoga, both of these powers should be filled with light and might. This is called being a Mahavir. Under no circumstances should there be a lack of knowledge, that is, a lack of light, nor should might, that is, yoga, be lacking. If even one is lacking, you won't be able to pass in those circumstances in a second. It will take you time. You will pass, but if you don't pass on time, then what have you passed in? In a worldly education too, if you fail any one subject, you have to study that class for the whole year again. If you pass after 1 year, then that is time gone by, is it not? In the same way, those who are not Jnani and Yogi souls, that is, those who are not embodiments of light and might, take time to pass in any situation. If you develop the sanskars of not passing on time, then those sanskars will not allow you to pass fully in the final moments too. So, you are those who pass. You are not those who pass on time. Those who always pass fully on time are said to be those who pass with honors. To pass with honors means even Dharamraj will honor that soul. There won't be punishment for that soul, even in the land of Dharamraj. It will be remembered that that soul passed with honors. In order to pass with honors, do not allow yourself to lack any sanskars, nature, virtues, or powers in any situation. To become complete in all situations means to pass with honor. So, have all of you become like that? Or are you becoming that? We are becoming that. This is why destruction is still waiting to happen. You have stopped it before the destruction of the world, that is, before the transformation. There has to be the destruction of the weaknesses of Brahmins. If the weaknesses of Brahmins are not destroyed, then how can the destruction, that is, the transformation of the world, take place? So, you Brahmins are images of support for transformation. Those from Punjab, Haryana, and Himachal should get ready first. You who are to bring about the finale are not ready, and this is why the terrorists have become ready. So, are all of you those who will claim the first number, or will you be content with whatever you receive? You don't think that you are better than many others, do you? You are better anyway, but you have to become the best of all. You have become the handful out of multi-millions, but that is not a big thing. For you have to become the selected few of the handful. This is why you always have to be ever ready. You mustn't be ready at the end. To be ever ready means to be always ready. If you say that you are becoming that, you are not making intense effort. The Father's vision first fell on Punjab, did it not? Since the Father's vision first fell on you, you have to claim the first number. You are those of the foundation. The foundation is always strong. If the foundation is weak, the whole building becomes weak. So always remember the blessing that you are those who will pass with honors in every situation. The method for this is to remain ever ready. The biggest zone of all is Madhuban, the real home of all Brahma Kumars and Kumaris is Madhuban, is it not? The home of souls is the supreme abode, but the home of Brahmins is Madhuban. So, you are not from Amritsar or Ludhiana. You are not from Punjab or Haryana, for your permanent address is Madhuban. All the rest are service places. Even if you are living at home with your family, That is also a service place and not your home. Your sweet home is Madhuban. Do you believe this? Or do you remember that home of yours, the physical home? Acha, blessing, may you be one with the combined form and with the awareness of being a master, experience being the highest authority. First of all, keep the combined form of you, the soul, and your body in your awareness. The body is the creation, and the soul is the creator. By doing this, you will automatically have the awareness of being a master. With the awareness of being a master, you will experience yourself to be the highest authority. You will be the one who makes the body function. Secondly, with the awareness of the combined form of the Father and child, Shiv Shakti, you will be able to overcome the obstacles of Maya with authority. Slogan: merge the expansion in a second and experience the essence of knowledge and give others that experience. Om Shanti.